Hello and welcome back to Wireman's Whimsy. I will apologize out of the gate if there's noise in the background. I'm having flooring installed today. But my last card, I made this one, and Sandy commented that she loved the designer series paper and she was sad that she didn't have it. So I suggested that we can work on a project to make our own designer series paper. So what I did is, this is the Happy Forest Friends. It's a piece of the Happy Forest Friends paper. And what I did is I took my Christmas banners set and my Christmas season set, and I pulled the floral shapes and the leaf shapes out of those that kind of matched this. And then I went ahead and matched the colors based on what was on the sleeve of the paper to tell me what the colors were. So this is what I started with. I used a Forever Fern in the Pear Pizzazz, and it doesn't quite fit. So when you do a one sheet wonder, you do the whole page and then you can cut it up however you like to use it. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and just do a 5 1/4 by 4. So the first thing I'm going to do is I want to make sure that I've got some berries on there. So I'm doing the stems, and the stems are from the Christmas season set. So I'm just going to come in and do a couple of stems, just different places, just like this. Now you can always come in at the end and add more. This sample's kind of wide open compared to this. It's much closer. You can put things as close or as far as you like. So I'm doing the berries in Blushing Bride. And with this one, it is super duper easy to line these up because you can see the dark stem through the stamp, and you just lay it down and they come out really, really well. Now, if mine don't line up, it's because I don't want to put my head right in the frame and block the camera. So they do actually line up really, really well. So there we go. So that is Blushing Bride with those. So I'm now going to go in, and this one is from the Christmas season as well. I'm going to take Mossy Meadow, and I'm going to come in and just do, whoops, that didn't come up very brightly, but we're going to leave that. That's okay. I'm just going to come in and make sure that I've got good coverage of those. And as I say, you can come in and you can add in at the end. I recommend leaving a bit of space, and you can always fill it with your little stamps later on. So this is Old Olive, and I'm going to take this leaf, which is also from Christmas season, and I'm going to do this first value. So I'm going to stamp it down, and out of the gate, it looks, the Old Olive looks a lot like the Mossy Meadow, but once it dries, the Mossy Meadow is much, it's a bit of a brighter green. It's got less, it's more of a blue green than a brown green, if that makes any sense. So I'm coming in full value with these, knowing that I've got other things to come in with. So I'm also going to use Old Olive for the small sprig, which is from the Christmas banners, but I'm going to do the small sprig at second value because I needed that lighter shade. So, and that's how you can manipulate your colors. You don't have to have every single shade. You just use values of the shades that you do have. So we're just going to keep coming in, and I'm going to do that. And that's the last one I'm going to do with Old Olive. I do have a couple of leaves, and this leaf is from, actually this one is still from the Forever Fern set, but I'm going to do it in Sahara Sand. And I'm just going to pop a couple of these in just like this, just to try and match up some of the colors that were in the designer series paper. And Stampin' Up does such a lovely job with their designer series paper, but I just wanted to show that if you don't have the paper, but you've got some stamps, you can certainly mix and match and make some of your own. So I've got a bit of a space right here, and I think I'm actually going to come in with the Old Olive again and just second value come in like that, and it's filled in. And you see how now this little flub, the very first one that I did, doesn't really matter. Now in the designer series paper, There isn't actually, there's no kind of scatter dots in it, but it does have the smoky slate going through. I don't have a lot of variety of different leaves, so I'm going to use the scatter dots again from the Forever Fern set, and just come in with some smoky slate and just add a little bit of texture, a little bit of color. Doesn't have to be all over, it can be wherever you like it to be. And that is how you can create your own designer series paper, in some cases, to mimic what is out there. It's especially helpful if you've run out and you want to complete a project, or if you want to change it up a little bit. You really like the designer series paper, but you'd really wish it had purple in it instead of pink. And that's how you can do it. So thank you so much for watching, and stay tuned for more videos later.